Happy Wednesday, Roulette Fools. Brent with AOB here. Yesterday we tore it up. We kicked butt, and at the end we lost. But at the end of the day, we were still up $560. So that was a very, very good day for us. Actually, 44.77. That'll be our new day start. We're talking at zero. If you haven't seen the dice video that came out yesterday, go see it. You'll see what happened with all that money that we lost and try to get back with dice. So go check it out. All right, let's get to it. We have an average daily of 534, so we're doing well. 13,770 above our profit goal. $31,477 right there, total profit. So we're tearing it up. So let's get right to it. What's looking good? 9, 6, 21, 19, 14, 22. I don't know. Let's just go 1, 3, 4. Ooh, that would be a loss, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3. Let's go regular. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you noticed this nice hoodie I'm wearing. Anything special about it, huh? Yeah. And just enjoying my cup of coffee this morning. That's delicious. I started getting some more gear in. Here's our AOB full tilt shirt. This is probably my favorite. That's probably what I'll be wearing to the thing. Oh, of course. So I have a couple others. There's some long sleeve shirts like I showed you. I had a regular short sleeve shirt. They didn't put the logo in the right place. They were really far over and they were way too big. They're supposed to be about this size and they were probably double this size, just too big. But I'm getting that corrected with the printer. And so pretty soon through our Discord channel, I'll be starting to send out swag. Of course, the admins for Discord who do a lot of work, I'll be sending them stuff first. And I've got CMAC who created this lovely logo for us. And I've got Luigi who's been doing a lot of marketing for us. So, of course, I'm definitely going to take care of those folks for sure. Okay, what did we do here? We did first, okay. I better concentrate a little bit. Let's just go for it, hey? Let's bring up our graph. Sorry, I forgot about that. We're down whopping $3 right now. Okay, yeah, and cups, you have your choice. I like the big cups, so this is like the, I want to say 15 or whatever. But you can get the regular 11-ounce cups too if you do more espresso. I mean, I do, this is actually an Americana, but I drink espressos as well. But I like bigger cups. All right, let's roll. There we go. There we go, there we go. Okay. Now listen, Joe, Mr. Joe Croupier. I have played that. I don't owe you any money, sir. I have played that where like I said yesterday, that's how I went, where I would avoid those. I've had just as many bad days with that where you're laying it and hoping that it doesn't hit, lightning doesn't strike twice. It's just at the end of the day, I mean, any of these 9th Street versions, we've seen them here where I've gone bombed, and we've seen here where I've done it this way where I've gone 15-3 or something, right? I mean, it's you never know. The wheel's unpredictable, and that's what's beautiful about it. All right, there we go. All right, let's see if we can get up to 300 in a hurry today. Also, let's see if I can explain this one more time because I keep getting this in the comment section. So listen, this Excel sheet here, this is tracking nothing but live roulette, okay? Nothing but live roulette. Same with this graph, which we are just doing great. You can see the grays are where we need to be. We're way above it. This has nothing to do here with the money that I lost on my dice rampage. Nothing. They're completely, oh, bummer, completely separate. Okay. I've been tracking this one, and like I said, okay, so for those of you who understand, yes, I lost a lot of money on that full tilt dice rampage, and that's fine. No impact on this. I've been tracking this, the dailies, and like I said before, I even subtracted another $3,000 off of this for any questions. Number two, I do not count whatsoever my daily bonuses, my weekly or my monthlies, or my tier bonuses for ranking up. Okay, I'm not including any of those. So this is strictly off of what I play on real roulette here, live roulette. Nothing else matters, and nothing else matters. Okay, so questions. All right, good. Let's get back to having fun. All right. Come on, Mr. Steak. Work with us today. If you'll notice in the details section, we now have affiliate links for both US stake players and everyone else around the world. So if you're looking to become an affiliate or join up with Stake, we're trying to create an umbrella of users, and we're going to continue working on adding benefits to that. It's been a back and forth, but I get what they're saying. We don't have that many people in the umbrella. Why negotiate with a group that doesn't have that many people? So it doesn't hurt if you're going to sign up. Anyone's affiliate link that you see out there, there's a lot of people playing. Sign up under their link. If you don't want to sign up under their link, that's fine. But definitely sign up under an affiliate link, because you do get some, I believe you get $25 right off the bat added to your account. Plus you get some other minor things. We're trying to beef that up. And hopefully we will be able to beef that up at some point. But we got to grow a little bit more, they say. So we'll see. We'll see. Also, as we continue to play and as our bankroll gets better, the giveaways are going to get better. So that's my promise right now. So right now we're trying to do a giveaway every Saturday. I'm trying to make 500 and give away $500 every single week. I would love, as we start getting further and our bankroll starts growing and our, cushion gets bigger, that those giveaways are going to get bigger. So I'm going to continue talking with the Discord channel about what they like to see, not just like sending people swag, but would they rather have 10 people making 100 each, 5 people making 200? What does that look like? Okay. Here we go. In some respects, I really don't mind if it's up and down as long as it's stair-stepping up. And here's why. Because to get your tier, so I made Platinum 6 a couple days ago, and then the next step is Diamond, which I'm really excited with, but I know that's going to take a long time because the amount of money you have to wager is pretty significant. If we come up here and look at VIP, you can see I'm at 1.90. That's not bad. I mean, I'm almost at 2% in, let's just say 4 days, 5 days, 4 days. So 2% a week. Okay, it could take me a year. Oh no, man, what's happening here? All right. Here we go. I'm going to be a little stubborn and stick with this here and see if we can break out of this. Although part of me also feels like he's trending that way. 36, 11, 24. So we'll see. Joe, I do like the idea of placing bets like I did. I always did 6 to one side and then 3 streets in the dozen. But I've had really terrible runs with those too. I don't know. The nice thing about it is it keeps you active and keeps you busy. This is I'm just placing bets and watching. All right, there we go. Okay, let's roll it again. Anywho's. And it makes it tougher to double up and do all that kind of stuff unless you were to make a strategy, save a strategy for every single combination. You know, I guess there's not that many. If you're going to go take out this one, then you go 4 here and 3 over here, take out this one. You could move left to right that way, I suppose. So that would give you 6 combinations if I'm thinking correctly. I think most of you guys know how I feel. I don't really go off the history stuff because you have different dealers, you have different, they change out the balls. I mean, it's just, there's so many variables. I just don't believe. That's just me. But I'm not saying it's not true, because I also know that sometimes they really hit a certain area, right? And if I can believe in that, then maybe there is the Loch Ness Monster after all, right? Can't believe in Bigfoot and not Nelly. I don't know. All right, let's go. So if you did check out that dice video, don't worry. I'm not going to do the same stuff as last time. Someone else made a comment on here because I was betting on yesterday's video. Oh, here we go again. No, here we don't go again. Listen, if you haven't been watching, yes, I make some big bets, but I know what I'm getting into. I'm not just... who did someone call me? Raging addict is what that person said. I'm a raging addict. Hopefully it just means like I'm really super addicted to gambling and I'm not like, you know, some steroid, you know, freak. Although, yes, I understand you're probably saying, Brent, you got to stop taking steroids. You look like you're taking steroids. You know, I'm not taking steroids. This is all natural. All natural. I know. Hard to believe. There goes my credibility, right? Okay, come on now. Take us to the next level here. There we go. There we go. Okay. 177, 10 and 4. Just a little over 2 to 1. So we're trending back where we're supposed to be. Anyway, in the comment section, especially if you can get into Discord, let me know what you think. This one has the logo. Let me know if you think the logo is about the right size, the right placement. This one is optional, but on this one, just for giggles, I put all on black on the back. We'll have options for every combination, whether you want that on the back or not. I was hoping I could work with them to say, can you check a box and make it optional, you know, and say, yeah, add it, instead of having to go to a different model or a product line, so to speak, clicking on a different, having 2 hoodie jackets, one with and without. Okay, come on now. Things are going well, 11 and 4. All right. And I should very, very, very much explain, when I did those progressive square bets yesterday, I mean, I only had $500 and I was betting with $5 base units. That was not nearly the appropriate unit size for such a low bankroll. Okay, so hopefully I made it pretty clear. Nice, that's 32 again. Look at that, our savior. 32's been hit 3 times. That really should have been a $1 starting bet on those corners for a $500 bankroll. And like I said, hopefully I was very clear in the video that you cannot judge a strategy by one session. And even that wasn't even a session, because I only went through the progression once. When you go through that progression and you get to 6 and you lose, you know, you either go to another strategy and build your bankroll back up, or I guess you can start over again. It doesn't change the fact I'm not a fan of those type of progressive coverage. I just find it to be, we better win on this one. Good, because it didn't show it there, right? Look at that. We're at 312 already. Anyway, let me just show you what I mean. We're going to try this real quick. We're going to just go with $1 units here. For me, rather than hit here and hope that you get an 8-to-1 payout, I would rather bet, start with 3 corners or even 4 corners and then just double up from there. To me, that just makes more sense. And I've played the corners before. I've played the streets, double streets, I should say, with those progressions. And I've always done better when instead of just betting 1 street than 2 street, either starting out with a dozen or starting out with 3 streets to begin with. You're still making money if you hit on that first one, and your chances go way up. All right, we were supposed to have two covered there, but this works out because both of them would have lost anyway. So let's go. We'll cover 3. We should have started out with 2. Then you go to your third. This is how KY plays his. So we're just going to play it for a second because we're up 3-11. If we lose this one, we go to 4, and then we begin our doubling. 4, 5, and 6 is where you start your doubling. So we're only down $1 right now. We would normally be down $2. Let's see how this rolls. There we go, a loss. Okay. So now we're going to repeat and add a corner, and we'll double it. All right. See how this goes. This coffee is delicious in this cup. These will be on sale for $499. That's a deal. But right now, if you buy 2 or more, you get 2 for only $200. I'm just kidding. I'll be right back, Joe. Have a good day at work. I love you. All right, I'm back. Let's see. What did we do here? We hit a 1, so we won on that one. Okay. So we're at 318. I mean, we made a marginal amount of money. Let's play it one more time. We'll do different corners this time. I'll pause you until the rolls. Well, good thing we paused. It hit a 0. All right, we'll start up here, and we're going to all right, we hit that one straight up, so let's start in the middle. We'll start in the middle there. So that was an $8 profit there. Listen, like everybody says, every strategy works until it doesn't. And there's no, I don't know, this is where I disagree with some of my learned colleagues that have their channels. I don't believe in that's a beginner strategy, that's a advanced strategy. Sorry. At the end of the day, realistically, your statistics as far as winning and losing, whatever strategy you play, really it's the same, right? If you bet on a low coverage, you have a low chance of winning, but when you do win, you win a lot, and your amount that you're risking is low relative to how much you're playing. So no matter how you skin the cat here, it comes out the same. So it was said that playing the 9 streets, I was just playing around with Centipede, although I do like Centipede. It's just kind of fun, and I don't really believe it's any worse or better than playing 9 streets another way. That's not a good strategy, that is a beginner strategy, not something the pros would use. I guess if your definition of pro is that you are making money, professionally, this is your job, you get paid to do it, then I would disagree, because I've made a lot of money over the years playing primarily 9 streets, and oftentimes between 9 streets and 5 double streets, those are the two that always get me out of trouble when I try other stuff. Always. Always, always, always. So, and primarily, if you go look here, we're up $31,000 in 59 days. That's primarily playing 9 streets. So that's why it's going to be really cool once I get off my duff and I'm just kind of cruising through this week to do some head-to-head challenges and start with the same bankroll, and 2 of us will go head-to-head. You play whatever they want to do. I'll play whatever I want to do, and we'll see who comes out a winner. And I think you need at least, I would like to play at least 3 sessions of that. You know, what do we got here? Let's do Centipede for a second, shall we? Let's do 2 Centipede. Remember this? I don't know. Remember breakdancing? Get on the floor. Was that called a Centipede? Where you like hump the floor? I don't know. The good old days of the those zipper dance, those zippered pants. They were all shiny and then had the zippers. What did they call those? You know what if you've been back in the 80s, you'll know what I'm talking about. Oh, what were those zipper pants called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Dang, burn it. Those are hilarious. But the one thing, you know, I don't mind if the zipper pants come back in style, because at least if you have real zippers and stuff, they're functional. You put stuff in it. But I gotta tell you, the one fashion that I've seen lately come back, and it comes and goes every now and then, are the acid wash. For the love of all that is holy, please get rid of acid wash. It looks ridiculous. And I'm sorry, ladies, but mom jeans and grandma jeans, no. I'm sorry. I just, those are not attractive. Daisy Duke never wore grandma jeans. What happened to the Farrah Fawcett jeans? You know, the stuff that's low rise. I don't want high rise stuff going over your belly. That's just me. And I get it, ladies. You have your beef against men. Guys, quit tucking your t-shirts into your denim jeans with your big belt and your cell phone holder on the side, with your white socks pulled all the way up, wearing a pair of New Balance. Come on. We can be 50. We don't have to look like we're 70. I mean, granted, I sort of am looking forward to the age where I can wear Velcro shoes and no one cares. Because I look at them as we get older, right? We look more at function over everything else. And just pretty soon it's like, I don't care what they look like. I want it to be comfortable and easy to get on and off. Woo! All right, there we go. Look at this. We haven't even moved. Centipede is killing it. Roulette Grinder played this yesterday, the day before. Actually did very well. Got up to almost about $50 and then kept going. And his bankroll was really small. His bet amounts were really small. So $50 was pretty impressive to get up there with that kind of bankroll. So it did well. Mr. Roulette Rounders bounced back after his birthday fiasco. He had a terrible birthday with respect to gambling. I'm glad to see you bounce back, sir. Spin to win. I went and watched some of your dice stuff. You had a dice strategy on there. I won't ruin the surprise for everybody. All right, we're going to double this up. In fact, I'm going to double. We're going to take a chance here. Although I have to say, last night I went on dice and I was only betting a penny. So everybody don't worry. I put 200 in playable funds. I set dice to auto. I stuck it at 75% and I put on loss 300% increase and I hit go, and I took a penny up to, I think, $8 or $10 in a pretty short order time. There we go. Look at that. 389 off of Centipede. And we just started. We're doing a pretty low bankroll, 45 bucks a spin. I don't know. I'll be happy if any strategy works like this. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it being called a beginner strategy. I'm okay with the pros not using it. I don't think things have to be complicated. Keep it simple, stupid, right? I just think that's complete BS to think that you have to do these different things to somehow, whatever. Keep it simple. You know, you could even be very successful playing the outside. I haven't been that successful playing outside, but you could easily do it. I mean, look at this. Red, red, black, black, red, red, black. I mean, if you could have played follow the winner here and be doing very well. All right, what are we at? 404. I'm going to go 90. If we lose it, we're at 310. We're done. If we win, we keep going at 90. And see, and then once we get to 500, we stop. But we won't go below our 300 now. Now that we're past that. So, spin to win strategies, grinder, rounders. We will be setting up some head-to-head challenges. And bring your best. Bring your best. You know what I'm going to be playing. So, Mr. Grinder, you better talk to Joe Croupier there and get your NASA spreadsheet set to roll, set to record, set to devastate, and I'll just play shoot from the hip, wild and crazy. It wouldn't be beyond me to put my entire bankroll on a challenge on 5 double streets and just say, let's go. Let's just get some knockout punches in. But I probably wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to lose on the first spin. That would suck. All right, all right, all right. Boy, this Centipede sucks. Here we go. Here we go. That's one of the reasons why I don't like progressive coverage bets, is because if you don't win in the first couple, then as you lose and you lose and you lose, these at the end that you win don't profit much at all. And if you lose beyond 5 and 6 steps, it becomes a lot harder to recover, because you either need to double your bets or keep hoping that you win on the very first couple, which are very low coverage. 494. We're going to go back to 45 and just so you can get 1,500 and call it a day. No, forget it. We're going to stay at 90. We're going to go 90 until we lose. Even right now we lose. We're still above 400. Anyway, as I get more swag in, I'll share it with you. So far looking good. I got reprints coming on the long sleeve shirt and one of the regular t-shirts, but the hooded sweatshirt looks good. And the full tilt, I really like that one. I'll have to keep playing with it. Maybe I'm not much of a busy shirt person, so even that one, I'm wondering if it should be small. Oh, man. Well, there's our loss. Oh, but we're still above 300, right? So let's keep going. I don't mind losing it. We're doing really well. We got to have some fun. Got to have some fun. I could have been alternating between 3 Centipede and 4 Centipede, or 2 Centipede and 3 Centipede. Maybe we can come up with better names. Centipede? I don't know. I'm sure there's people out there who can come up with stuff a lot more colorful for this, you know. Oh, Nelly. Okay, we're done. So we're going to cash out at $314 and call it a day. We'll be back this evening because I'm definitely going to feel like I want to get up. I'm going to go spend some time with my mom. and come back later this afternoon. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. It's going to be really nice through the next week with Oregon. So I hope you guys are all having a great Wednesday, and I will be back later this afternoon. Cheers. Okay, actually, I decided before I'm going to leave, I am feeling like that is the absolute wrong 5 streets. Okay, I figured we're going to come in. We're up $313. We lost a little bit at the end, and that's okay. That was fun. But we're going to play a couple double streets and see if we can't. I was going to bet 500 on it and get 2 spins, but we'll see if we can now. I mean, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter, but all right. Okay, here we go. Oops, that's 1,000. We don't want to go 1,000. We're going to go to 500. If we lose this, we would be down just a little, be down 187. So that's okay. We are going to build up that reserve. I'm definitely committed to right now. When you have a good surplus, it's always easier to do when you have a surplus. All right, there we go. There we go, there we go. All right, come on. We're up 125. This would get us up 225, which would take us up to a little over 3 something. Or 5 something. 5, what? 13 plus 8, 38. 538. Come on now. Let's go. Yes. Okay. We are up. Didn't reflect over here, did it? There it goes, finally. We're going to go one more time. Good news, we have 200 under our belt. We lose this one, we're basically at even Steven for the day. So, to show you where we're at over here, we're up 313. If we lose this, well, yeah, we're about even for the day. I really should get going. My mom, I got to get going, spend some time with my mom. Man, but I just want to keep going. Just for fun, not for the money I'm making. I'm just curious now. How many could we go? I guess it'd be better to do $1 bet. All right, we're going to call it there. We just made another 325. Let's see what that does for us. Plus 325. We are up 638. Oh, no, not going to do it. We're going to call it right there. I'll come back. This is going to be $1,000 day. This is going to be $1,000 day. All right, I'll be back. Cheers. Hey, I'm back, fools. We left off $638 today, so we're crushing it. $32,000 in profit, and we're $14,415 over our minimum goal. If you go to the graph again, we are way above it. Way above it. Look at that, trending awesome. All right, so what we're going to do is, yesterday it wasn't really fair playing the moving the progressive corners because I was playing with $5 units and there was only a $300 or $500 bankroll, and you kind of need a bigger bankroll for that one. So I thought we would play with it here. So we're just going to do maybe 10 spins on this and see how it rolls out. Let's get our chart up here and yeah, get rid of this guy. All right, here we go. So as you recall, we do 2 corners. Then if we miss, we add a 3rd corner, leaving the same dollar base bet. If we go to 4 corners, we double it all up. Go to 5 corners, double again. 6 corners, double again. If you go to 6 corners and you run out, you either have to start over, do a different method, or double that possibly several times. Like I said, I personally not a fan of these. They, just like any system, they work and you can get lucky if you hit here until they don't work. What I don't like about these systems, one is when you start out with only 8 numbers, I don't like that because the number of misses that you're going to get are huge versus the times that you do get it. To me, I'd rather be covering twice that many and make a little bit less but hit more often. All right, there's a 6, there's a miss, so we're going to go another one, and then we'll double it. So instead of $1 bets on each corner, we'll be doing $2 bets, so double it. And then whatever. Also, if you get all the way to 6 on this and you have doubled down to 6 and you lose or you win, even when you win on 6, you don't recover. So that's a lot of spins to hit here and then not recover and then come back. Anyway, everything's a preference. It's kind of the pros to this thing is to me, it kind of slows you down and it's just kind of a slower method in my book. And that's kind of nice if you're sitting at a table, you're going to have to be playing on a, if a $10 minimum table, that's fine. Then you're going to have to play $5 bets, right? And like I said, that can get, as you saw yesterday, I was playing with $5 and I went straight through. I wasn't able to place the final bet because we ran out of funds. So I think with $5, you should probably have at least a minimum of $1,000, I would guess. Probably $2,000 is a better bankroll for that. And I'm not adverse to having a large bankroll and betting big money, so I don't mind it from that perspective. $28. All right, we hit. What does that give us here? Okay, we're up $3. All right, so let's kind of go hopscotch here. We'll alternate up and down across the board. So we're only going to do this for maybe 10 spins and just see so you can kind of see how it plays out as we progress. Maybe when we start getting our head-to-head battles, maybe someone will want to do this. I would definitely invite Kentucky White or Sunny Zaro. If we get our head-to-heads going, bring a $2,000 bankroll, give us each, 30 minutes, and let's go. Let's go. That would be fun. All right, here we go. I think it'd be fun because it'd be pitting people with completely different philosophies on gambling. I absolutely have zero belief in because numbers are placed on the wheel in certain places, they have better chances. I know that for some people, betting on the second and the third column, because of where those numbers are placed on the wheel, they feel it's better. So that's their right to feel it. The good news is it's no worse. So they're free to do that. There's nothing detrimental over that belief, I suppose. But 1, 2. All right, let's double that again. But it's just not what I believe. And, everybody has their own experiences. I've taken and actually documented thousands of spins. And at the end of the day, oftentimes this first column, actually, that's his first column, it actually outperforms, it just switches. Same thing with a dozen. So I really don't get it. Like I said, there's a difference between going, it does do better versus that's my superstition that those are better. Because I have superstitions. We all have superstitions on the wheel, right? All right, a nice hit. So let's go start from the inside and work our way outside. It's hard to explain, but people say this system's better, this coverage system, because of the way the payouts are. Realistically, any way you bet, they all come out the same, right? Man, we're getting really lucky. So this is when these systems do really well, is when you can get hit on the first, second, third, the first couple of progressions. Let's see. We might as well start up here and go down. What? Here's the thing. I don't mind if they have 10 cents and 50 cents. Great, that's awesome. But have the dollar. At least have the denominations that they'll actually have in a casino. 1, 5, 25, 100. That's just me. I mean, that's a big gap between 25 and 500. All right, let's go. Look at that. We're crushing this. We are crushing this. This is rocking. All right. Let's see. What haven't we done here? Let's start right here. And let's start right here. We'll just bounce these around randomly. And then we'll go 1720 maybe for our third one if we don't hit on these. I mean, we're hitting 9. 4 out of 5 is amazing with this system. 4 out of 5. 4 wins, 5 losses. And we're up $29 on 9 spins with basically a $2 base bet. Okay, there was a miss. So we're going to add a third corner. There we go. Don't ever, if you're just getting started and you learn the fundamentals, don't ever be intimidated by anyone who's telling you those are beginner systems or those are no good or that's a good way to get your feet wet, but there's much more lucrative nonsense. It's not the system, it's the person playing the system, and it's how you are able to play it. When you get in trouble, how do you get out of it? When and how to switch to a different system. That is what makes a good roulette player, or any player for that fact in any game. Okay, let's see. We're going to go 3 and double that up. I guess no, I'm okay. This 17, 19 should have been 14, but whatever. I can move it after the fact because you don't want to have overlapping corners. I mean, you can play outside bets, just black, red. And if you can read the board and you can, every strategy needs luck. But I guarantee you could do, in fact, after this, we'll play red, black. 27 we hit. Nice. All right, we didn't have to fix those down there. So that's 12 spins for $34. All right, 12 spins for $34. Let's go red, black, and we're going to go, let's see, we're going to play follow the winner. Oop, I only got $1 down. I meant to be on the 50 cent because I was going to put $2 because the other one starts off with a $2 bet, so I was going to start this off with a $2 bet too. Okay, we're going to play, I mean, this is who knows what we're going to play. I'm going to start with follow the winner, and then we'll see how it goes. And what, 12 spins I said? Okay. Go up to 2. And our progression here is going to be double plus 1 unit. Okay, so this will go, the next bet will be $6 because it's 2 times 2. We double it plus add 1 unit. In this case, our units are $2, so it'll be a $6. Next time, it'll be 12 plus 2. It'll be a $14 bet. So our unit, which is 2, always stays the same. Double whatever the current bet is, plus add 2 on top of that. What that effectively does is every time you lose, by the time you win $2 for each of those times. Okay, we're doing well. All right. It all comes down to preference. Not a matter of whether you're a beginner or you're a pro. It comes down for a preference. And I will say the simpler bets are definitely easier for people who are brand new versus putting money all over the board and having to remember, especially if you're doing different amounts like 2 units on a second dozen and 3 units on second column. That can be a little harder for people who are brand new and you're concentrating all over the place. All right, so we're going to follow the winner. We're going to go $6 on black. It always scares me to do these. I'm not real fond of this either, but because that double plus one, man, this thing can get expensive very quickly. You don't think it can because you go, oh, I'm just starting out with 2. But I mean, 6, 12 to 14. 14 is 28. That'll be $30. Then you're $62. I mean, it grows really fast. And you can definitely lose a bunch when you're playing outside. I almost prefer just looking at up here, and if it's pretty scattered, just sticking on a high or low. That's everything said and done, that's been the best for me. All right, so we were at 6, so we got to go $14. All right, here we go. This will be our 5th spin here. I'll speed this up. I'll pause you, and I'll just bring you back in at the end of every spin. All right, what are we gonna get? Of course, it's gonna ping pong on us. Okay, that was $14. We got to go $30. $30 on black. Come on, all on black. This is our lucky color. Or lack of it. Okay. I'll pause you and bring it back. All right, what are we going to get? Oh, it's not with us today. So now we got to go to 62 on red. Uh, 62. Whoops. All right, we're at $62. We're getting into some chop. Now, the other way you can play this, if you're following and you get 2 or 3 losses in a row, then you just stay and you play opposite. You switch up because we're chopping here and we could continue going black, red. And that's why actually when I play the outside, I usually just play high or low and I just stay with that one the entire time. And the better way is if you get after, like, say, 3 losses, rather than following it, I just sit out for a bit. Yeah, finally. All right. Well, didn't we win that one? Could have sworn we won that one, right, red? Yeah. Huh. Dumb graph. So we would have won $62, right? Because we bet 62, we would have won 62. So we'd be up $13 right now. All right, this is 6. Okay, we're up $15. All right, let's call that one right there. Am I crazy? Did that seem like it went down? So we had 2, I don't know. All right, let's clear that out and let's play, I'll pause it while I figure out our next thing to have fun with. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. Let's play Holy Split, shall we? Two units on this one, and I'm going to go ahead and do a unit on that one. We're closed. Oh well. The nice thing about this one, I can just keep doubling. The problem is when you do win, you got to go down to base bet because you can't save them here. All right, let's go. Let's see how this one works out. This one gets dangerous real fast too. I mean, you can miss these. You have this idea that you're covering everything on the board because of how many chips are up there, but you're not. All right, let's double that one up. And this will be 20 cents. All right, let's see what we can do with this in 10 spins. Then after this, we'll go try the other one where we play 4 units on red and then a unit on all the blacks that have splits with them, like 10, 13, 18, 11. That one I've gotten we did that one early on. We got crushed on that one. All right, 21. See, another miss. I mean, you think, how can I miss? But there's 12 numbers out there that are wide open. Or actually 11 because we have the 3 covered. All right. And I think on this one, I think you can actually play where you only double up after every 2 losses, maybe. It's been a while. I played this in the actual casino, and so these were all, I was playing with $5 chips. And I can only tell you, yeah, you win a couple, but then you'd be surprised how many you lose in a row there, and it got expensive in a hurry. Come on now. Look at that. You're like, how is that even possible? Yeah, that's crazy. All right, here we go. Luckily, we're just playing with 50-cent base unit. This is our 4th progression here. Batting 0-3. All right, let's see if we can get this. And then let's see, the payout on these will be 17-1, right? So tomorrow is Thursday, my favorite day. It's just before the weekend. We call it next day. Oh, look at this. Goodness gracious. All right. $24 bet. Oof. We need a second column hit. That's what we need. Second column hit. Come on now. All right. For those of you that watched the first part, I mean, I would just be fast forwarding through all this. This is, I recognize how slow this is. All right, we got a second column hit. All right, but we only won nearly all our money back, didn't we? I'm just going to go for it again. We'll do that, which I don't like on some of the other sides where they say, well, stay at that bet until you get to session profit, new session profit. Those are dangerous when you keep it high like this, even if we are within 8. But we'll see. Apparently, you don't want to get to the 4th progression on this one. Either that or you got a double-double. I don't know. If we had the way this is normally played is this chip here on the 0-3 is normally on the 0-2. That would have been a bingo. All right, there's a hit right off the bat. It's not in the middle, so where does that put? No, we're still down. Man, oh man. All right now. I'm trying to remember, the guy made that one called like rocket blastoff or whatever, and you're doing a split, then you're doing these splits between 9 and 12, 8 and 11, then you do like 11, 14, then 18, 17, 16, then like that. You're going back and forth on that. Maybe I'll look that up real quick and we'll come back and we'll play that one. I played that one in, and man, it was brutal. Okay, we hit the middle, so that's nice. All right. 7 spins, up 11.20. We were down as far as 22.40. I'm going to look at that rocket ship, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's try these funky rocket blastoff systems. We're just going to use 10-cent bets, but you go split, then you do a corner, split, corner. I don't think we'll have time to get there. We have to do this in a couple progressions. All right, so we needed to go one more corner and 3 more splits. You go up 1 unit. You don't martingale. You just go up 1 unit after losses until you win, but then you have to stay at that highest amount until you get back into profit. Again, to me, these systems, they're a little bit misleading because you think you have everything covered, and you don't. All right, so we go here. Then these are our final 3 splits here. And for this first one, we're going to double. We're adding a unit. And obviously, it's these, again, this is a second column. And obviously, this number 2 is the big payout. But you want to be hitting right in these numbers right here. All right, let's see how we get on with 10 spins. To me, I have actually played this. And, man, it got expensive in a hurry. I lost big on this. I think I lost $2,000 on this. I went ahead and dedicated $2,000 to see how it go. All right, that's a decent hit. Okay, see if I can get this all the way down. No, just not quite fast enough. So this would be better. Well, I don't think the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The other table won't let us play this. It's beyond 27 number coverage. 28. All right, that's a hit there. All right, let's rebet and put these up here. So we got a little extra. We got $1.50 on that one extra because we didn't have money here. We got $1.50 missing. All right, let's see if we can get a 2 or something here in the middle. I would almost be inclined to split this 2 with the 0 and 0 and 2. That's just me. I don't know what the payout, what's the payout? Because this is 35 to 1, so you'd win 17. No, that's only 10 cents, isn't it? Never mind. Okay, there's a middle right here. Look at that. It hits 3 units altogether. 360. All right, we're at $1.40 now. So this wins 350. If we split it, you'd win $1.70. And we're putting 220 down, so it would kind of be a minor loss. I don't know, it's just whatever you want to do. All right, that's 4 spins on this one. Because of the coverage, I think this is one of those that you do all right, you do all right, you do all right, and then all of a sudden you just start hitting some terrible numbers. And it just adds up in a hurry, especially because you're adding 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit. If you miss 4 or 5 in a row, then you got to stay at that high level. But it's like anything. I do that on my 27 numbers, right? 9 streets happens that way too. You lose, you lose, you lose, and all of a sudden I'm down $2,000. So pick your poison is what I call it. Pick your poison. And at the end of the day, I think I told you guys when I very first started, I was using all these systems, right? I was trying all these systems thinking there must be a better system than 5 double streets or 9 streets. Look at all these fancy systems out there. I'm going to try these things. And I tried them all, okay? I tried it. And here is, you have those 12 stages of grief, you go through or whatever. I think you go through something similar to that with roulette strategies. You find a new strategy like this. You try it, and you do well like this. You're going, oh my gosh, this is printing money. And so you go through this euphoria, and you play this a couple of times, and you literally think, I have literally found the ATM of roulette. And then you crash hard on some of them and you go, oh crap, this isn't. And then you kind of self-doubt the next time you go play it and you're not sure. Okay, there's a middle that hits 3. That's good. So you're playing this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just using $1 units on this and or 10-cent units and we're up 380. What if I were playing this with $10 units? We'd be up 380. But you go through that. I've done that on so many different systems where you're doing things and it seems at first, and I was literally through the years to be going like, oh my gosh, I found it. I'll never lose with this. And then you crash. And then you crash. And what happens is then you go in the casino and maybe you have 3 or 4 systems that you've been trying lately and they start out great, but then they're not so great. And then you start bouncing. And for me, that's the worst thing you can do is when I go into the casino. So that was a loss. That was a partial loss up here. You go into the casino and you play a couple spins and you lose and you just switch and you lose and then you switch and you lose. And you just get so unsettled. For those of you who play, you know what I'm talking about. You just start bouncing around. That's why at the end of the day, I really go back to 2 systems. I start with my 9 streets. That's not working. I go to my 5 double streets. Occasionally, like I did the other day, if I want to go big and go a little bit crazy and I see that it looks like 2 dozens, look like they're really hitting, I'll take a chance on 2 dozens and throw some big money on it. But mostly I don't. Sometimes I'm dinking around. If I'm just messing around on the table, I will play the blacks and the reds. There's another partial loss. All right. So we're going to double up now after a partial loss. We're supposed to go up 1 unit after this, so we went up 1 unit. So anyway, my recommendation, try units and have fun trying a bunch of units. But then really try to hone in and become really good at 1 or 2. And when you become really good at 1 or 2, then maybe come, because it's not how good they win. You got to see how good they lose. So that's what it'll tell you. So if you can find out how good does this lose and how hard is it using the same system to get out of that loss, then you can kind of start putting the puzzle together going, okay, I'm going to play rocket chip, but I know that if I lose 3 times in a row or something, I am in trouble and I've got to switch over to something else. All right, 540. That was a 440 bet, so we made $1 on that. You know what? I'm just going to leave this the same. I don't want to go back through and for 10 cents. So we're just going to leave this at 20-cent bet. We're at 10 bets, so we'll just play one more. We'll just play a couple more and see what happens here, because we've been kind of on a winning streak. I want to get back like at the beginning here. I want to get back in where we're losing 3 or 4 and see how hard it is to get out of this thing. And maybe we'll do 5 spins. This is just to show you the different strategies that are out there. And then when we do our head-to-heads, you can kind of chime in and go, oh, this is the one I really like. Maybe we will do a Fibonacci dozen. I'm going to double this. I'm not even going, because we're starting out with such a low, I'm not even going to add 1 unit, which would be 10 cents. We should really be at 30 cents here. I'm just going to double it and hope that we can get one of these right here in the middle. 8 to 29. But these are also some decent ones because they're hitting 2, but these hit 3 in the middle. Even better would be to hit a 2. Straight up. Okay, let's roll. 9. Okay, that's a partial loss again. All right. Let's keep it at that same bet. Sorry, not an exciting day today, people. I'm just trying to make it a little bit different so you can see some different bets. I fully expect everybody to be just kind of dragging that thing and looking at the little thumbnail as you go and just stopping periodically when you're looking at this graph. Here, maybe if I pull this in, it's easier for you to skim through the videos. I'm super, super excited for the live head-to-heads. Maybe we can even get 3 people doing. I would like to see, I've got to check and see what the bankroll is with the other people that are playing. But, oh my goodness, come on, another partial loss. All right, we're gonna go up 1760. Anyway, I would love to see at least $1,000 to $2,000 bankroll and make it a good challenge. And it's basically you do whatever you want to do on a live table for 30 minutes, maybe an hour, I don't know. And let's see at the end who worked out. And I would love to do where we have at least 3 head-to-heads with the same people. And to make it so that it's actually beneficial for the viewers, I would say that maybe you pick even the same strategy. Maybe you just play one strategy so you can literally just see how that strategy compares versus, or maybe you pick 2 strategies and you just stick with those 2 strategies. Maybe you do just pick one strategy because that's the whole point of this, I guess. I mean, we could just go head to head and just say who can make the best of this thing no matter what strategy you use. So we could do one of those, but I'd also like to see where we're just playing strategies straight up against each other. That would be fun. So stay tuned for that. That's coming. Also, it's Wednesday. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you we're having another member giveaway, play to pay. Another $500 will be going out if I can win that for you. All right, there's another good hit. 121.60. What does that get us to? 80. We're up 80 whole cents. Awesome. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to switch over to good, dealer switch. Let's see. I'll pause you while I figure out. I think we might play black with the red with the black splits. I'll be back. All right, we're back. We'll do that. We'll play 4 units on red and then 1 unit on the black splits. I think it's 4 units. It's either 4 or 6 units. I can't recall. Then 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's 4 units. We'll see. Again, I'm not real fond of this one either. You think you get it, but you have a lot of blacks that are uncovered here. You know, and I'm trying to remember what the profit is on the red. We'll see. All right, let's go. Oh, there's a hit. What does that get us? We're betting 450. We just doubled our money. Ooh. There we go. 450. All right, let's try it again. So we're betting 450. If we hit the blacks, we double. Maybe the red would win only 4-2. What? Is that right? So that can't be right. 1-250. I'm going to go 6 units. I think it's supposed to be 6 units down there. Then at least you win one unit, which is 50 cents, or whatever your base unit is, then you win 1. So yeah, that's supposed to be 6. So that should have been a little less. Ooh, that ball took some funky spins. There hits one of our open blacks. All right. I can't remember if this is double up or just add 1 unit, but we're just going to go with doubles. We're just going to go with doubles. I think you need to double on this one. We'll see. I'll pause you. Okay, let's see what it's doing. 33. Another black that we do not have covered. All right, we're going to double up again. We are at a whopping $22. Oof. I laugh, but it's just because I'm like relieved after losing so many times in a row, and we're only betting $22. I'm just like, oh, that's such a good feeling. Soon to be coming down the road, and I'll hit pause between spins because it could be a long day, but I will be playing $1 streets for 9 streets, 9 for 9, showing you that we can grind that out, especially if you have, say, a $5,000 bankroll. I guarantee you can make $300 a day, $100,000 a year if you're willing to spend more time on this. All right, we got a net gain of that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going back down to our base unit. And that's a 550 bet. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to spend some time, but so that it's a much shorter video, I will, after maybe the first 15 minutes, I will pause between spins so that you don't have to, you can just see it click, click, click going, or I'll just go silent and go bet, and you can just watch the graph in high speed. All right, there's a red, so that's 50 cents. I love how the graph actually turns down even though we win. Yeah, so that should be pretty cool. That should be pretty cool. Let's do that, because it's I don't always remember to come up here and hit the pause button, but if I just put it on fast forward and you just watch the graph, then at the end I'll stop it and do a couple spins on it at the end. Because that, I mean, that could take 4 hours to get to $300, or we could get to it in a hurry. Who knows? All right, there's a middle hit. So that doubles, almost doubles. 350. Yep, $3.50 profit on that one. All right. Again, you look at this and you go, oh yeah, doing well, doing well. And then you come play this one day and it hits 4, 0, 2, 33, 35, 6, and you're like, what the? 22, 24, what is going on? You know? All right, let's go. Let's see. We're at 6. We'll go to 10. We'll go to 10. And then to wrap this up, all right, that's a 50 cents. So to wrap this up, I'm in between going, let's go with 9 streets with 10 cents on each street and play 10 spins, you know? Or 50 cents and see where we end up compared to this. Or we could do Fibonacci dozen. You know what? Forget 9 streets. You guys see that all the time. We're gonna go with Fibonacci dozen, and we're gonna go with. Excuse me. I'm up in the air. Do we follow the lead or do we go the furthest one that's hit? Oh man, did I forget the bet? I did, which is okay because we would have lost. All right, here we go. So I think furthest one for loss. I hate that because sometimes on those dozens, you know, you could just miss a dozen for forever. Versus, I'm trying to remember how often I've seen it where it bounces between the 3 and never hits one a second time. Let's see, low, it did here. It did here, didn't. Here, it hit together, didn't. I don't know. All right, it hit 24 twice. We would have lost twice. All right, let's up it up. Let's see, we're at 8. We got 2 spins left to try to get this back into Prof Town. All right, we hit a red, so we gained a whole $1. Is that right? Yeah, we hit a whole $1. So we got 1 spin left. All right, at least we hit a doubler down there, or almost a doubler. All right, we're going to go follow the winner, Fibonacci. We're going to go down to 10 cents because, to me, Fibonacci, playing single dozens, it can get scary. I've done pretty well with it. I've done it in Vegas at times, and I've done well on it, and I've also absolutely gone bust on it. And it's just one of those things that kind of guts you because you're playing, let's say you're playing a single dozen, and you're just sticking with it. You're sticking with it. And you lose, and you get to that mindset, you're going, it has to hit. It has to hit. So you keep adding the previous 2 bets together, and you just keep going, and it just crushes you. All right. Oop, I got to mute her. Sorry. All right, so we won 1. Let's see how this plays. So we're going to go 10 cents, 10 cents, Then we'll add those together. It'll be 20 cents on the third. Then 30 cents on the fourth. The previous two together, 10 and 20. Then it's 20 and 30. So the next one will be 50 cents, 80 cents, $1.30. And if you're going to play this with anything other than $1, it's kind of good just to write it down on a piece of paper so you can just look down real quick. And because when you're in the haze of betting and you're frantic and you're losing, math just kind of goes right out the window sometimes. All right, so we're going to go second dozen. 10 cents again on second dozen. So yeah, have a card down, and it makes things a lot easier. A lot of the casino tables have the little piece of paper there with the wheel and stuff like that, and they let you record it. So that's often a question at the table that I hear all the time with newer players that come up and go, "Am I allowed to bring a notebook, pad, and paper? Can I do that?" Absolutely. They have no problem with you recording the game, the numbers, doing whatever it is you want on it. If you need to have a wheel because you want to play based on the location of the things, no problem with that. All right, we're going to go up to 20 cents now. Vegas, they'll actually let you video. You have to ask, but many of the tables, at least at MGM, like at Mandalay, they let me take pictures of the table. When I think I shared with you guys one time, I had the $5,000 bet down with $1,000 chips. They'll let you video it. You're just not allowed to video the wheel or the dealer. They'll tell you that, but they'll even let you live stream. So maybe if we're able to get an AOB convention going on, we can live stream that stuff. But I'm going to actually call Mandalay and stuff and see if it's possible to like rent out like the high limit room. That room is always empty. So there we go. And I don't get it. It's like you have a table in there. Every time I've been there at the Mandalay and most of the other places, the high limit tables are pretty dead. So I'm thinking you're leaving money out there. Either lower it or do something to get people playing on these tables, because you're losing money. You're paying dealers to stand there. They're bored. And some of them, I've found that the high limit dealers, I don't know if it's because they've just been standing there all day doing nothing, and I feel bad for that because that means your day is going really slow. But oftentimes I find that they're not the friendliest. And just be aware that if you go into the high limit room and the server comes around, the tips are expected to, be a little, and I'll tell you another something that's completely BS. The server comes around and let's say you want to have a whiskey or, something like along those lines. And you say, can I get a maker's mark? They'll say, sure. It's not Maker's Mark. All right. I'm just letting you know that it's not Maker's Mark. So be very clear with them, because they go back, at least at the MGM and the Mandalay, they don't take it to a waiter. They have a service station in the back, and they actually go and fix up your drink. So tip them, if everybody went on their rounds, if everybody for every single drink tips them $1 to $2, then they'll do all right. And they're walking miles. They got to put up with the smoke. They got to put up with wearing these tiny dresses and having people, make lewd comments at them at times. So be pleasant, be polite, tip your dealers, tip your servers. They're working hard, especially, oh my gosh, now we can't catch a break. All right, we're going to 30 cents on the third dozen. And normally if the server, if she comes around and I'm going to be at a station or at a table for a while, I'll ask her, how long are you going to be on this rotation? If she says, oh, I'm going to be here for the next 4 hours, one of the best things you can do is just give her a 10 or a 20 right off the bat and say, listen, here's 10 or 20, keep the drinks coming. And then after you've had like X number of drinks, give her another, just prepay it. And then she will be at your table far more often than some of the other tables. All right, that was 30, so now we got to go to 50 cents on the first dozen. I mean, I am in the mindset that people with tipflation and tipping has got out of hand for some things, right? I mean, prices of food and everything in restaurants gone up, so the tip percentages shouldn't have gone up because the price of the foods are going up. So when you tip your 20% or 15 or whatever it is you decide to tip, that tip increase is already built in because the price of the food is income. Now they spin that tablet around on you, and I've seen it go. Now it's going like, before it was like 10, 15, 20. Then it was like 18, 20, 22, or 23. Oh my goodness. What was that last bet? 50? 80 cents. Man, I'm glad we started out with 10-cent bets. Anyway, I just think, and especially if you go to the food court, listen, I'm not saying they're not working, but when you go up to the counter, you wait in line, you tell them what you want, they call it your number, you come get your tray, you come get your food, you go sit down, you bus your station when you're done. When they serve your food, then they turn that tablet right around on you, and I'm like, when did we get to where fast food was being tipped? Everything's being tipped. All right, we lost another 80 cents. So we are 80, we're at $1.30 on. We're $1.30 on the first dozen. We have not had a repeat for a while. Back here, 33, 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spins without a repeat. If we were betting, you know, we'd be pretty expensive by now. $130 if we were going with 10. All right. Come on now, give us a first dozen. And this is what's scary about first dozens. Oh, come on. We had an 8, 11, a 10, a 5. We had our best chance at that. So now we're at $2.10 for the third. All right, we're at 210. All right. The next one will be 370. It's nice to have this many losses. Look up and see we're only down $2.90. And by all means, I don't believe, I'm giving you my whole diatribe on what I think. I mean, I don't believe in tipping if the service is, oh, come on. All right, this is why I absolutely hate Fibonacci dozens. We're at 370, right? Okay. All right. The next one after this one will be what, 580? Right? Was it 80, 130, 210? I guess this should have been 340. But we're going 370, so the next one will be 580. And the next one will be 580. All right. 5. So yeah, it should have been 340. Now we're at 580. Next one will be 950. I mean, you got to win sooner or later, and I guess that's a nice thing about playing with a really small start is that all right, we're at 950, and I swear every time I do this, I play it. It does this every time. All right, 950, and after that. 9.5 plus 4.8, right? No, 5.8. We're at 1530 as our next bet. 1530. All right, we're on first dozen, 1530. All right. Or as some people call it, Fibonacci. Fibonacci. All right. Come on now. Can we get a repeat? Goodness gracious. It's been back here since 33.32. It has not repeated the dozen this whole time. I swear, that's every time it happens. No matter which way I play the dozens, it stops doing whatever it's going to be doing. $15.30 plus 9.5, $24.80. You know, we're just going to go 25. Enough of that. What was that? 16. All right, we're going 25. I have a $200 stop loss, so if this goes to $200, we're done. So all right, so the last one was 15.30, 25 plus 15, so it'll be $40. We'll just jump over to all right, we're at $40 in the first dozen. $40. That'll make things easier. So it was 25, then 40, then it'll be 65 next. That makes it a lot easier. All right. Okay, let's go. The only saving grace on Fibonacci on the dozens that play 2 to 1 is one win and you're in profit. One win and you're in profit. But, oh my goodness. This is outrageous. All right, we're at 65. All right, we're at 40. What was that? 40, yeah. We're at 65. Then we'll be at 105. That's where it gets scary. We really need you to hit a the dozen in a row, please. This is why it cracks me up when I see people on forums and go, no, don't play the furthest one. Follow the winner. Phew, finally. That was a lot of losses in a row, man. And all for $25. All starting out at a very, very small number, right? That would have been crazy if we started out at $10. All right, and now to cap this off, let's just do this. All right, we're going to play 10 cents and see how this rolls for us. We'll go 10 bets on this and see how this fares out compared to everything else. My beloved 9 streets. There's 30 cents. Pros and cons of everything, right? Like on this one, I feel the pros are you have decent high coverage. It has a decent recovery because it's a 3 to 1 system. The payout is a third, not great, not terrible. So this one is like, to me, it's in the middle. You could do, if you do the progressive systems and you get lucky and you hit it on the first couple progressions, you can do really well. Fibonacci, dozens specifically, that's scary. I mean, and you know my tolerance. I have a high tolerance for risk, but that one, it just gets to me every time. Now, I have played it and have done really well like 5-6 times in a row. And then, boom, you hit it and it doesn't. All right, so there's a loss. We're going to double up. And you could play this where you just keep it double, but you've seen me lose 3-4 in a row. And that's devastating if you do double up instead of coming back down. So really your best bet on these are to come back down as quickly as you can. You know what you could even do is if you get up to, let's say, 3 progressions and you lost, and I haven't done this yet, but we could, you just flat bet it and you're trying to win 3 wins in a row without losing. It keeps you from doubling up right away. All right, now for the sake of time, I'm just going to keep this doubled up, go against what I just told you only because we're betting such low dollar amounts. And if we were actually doing a competition head to head and we were using low dollar amounts, I would double up and keep it doubled up until I was in profit, which is if you lose once, you have to double up twice. If you lose beyond twice, you double to that last double and you play it 3 times and that'll put you in a profit. All right, let's go. Let's see when the next time she hits a dozen, repeats a dozen. All right, there's a double-double. And we are up a whopping 60 cents after 4 spins. So sometimes, it's not necessarily about at the end of 15 minutes which strategy can actually make more. I think it's better like over a longer period of time. What do you want? Do you want more security or do you want a bigger payout? And to me, the 9 streets is that kind of that perfect area between secure enough where your chances of winning are very high. The payout is decent. It's not as high as it could be. For example, on a 1-to-1 bet, on the corners that I showed where you're adding corners, especially if you hit it in the first 2 or 3 progressions, you're going to make way better money. But those can also tank really, really fast. So I just think it's a trade-off of what you want. But as Thomas Jefferson said, something along the lines, right? Those who would sacrifice their freedom for security shall have neither freedom nor security. So who knows? There you go. You didn't know you were going to be getting quotes today, did you? All right, that's 6. We only have 4 more spins and we're done for the day. I know, this drug this on way longer than it needed to, didn't it? This is an extra hour of just fluff. But I kind of wanted to show people who are beginners different strategies. And I think we'll do this the next couple of videos. We'll just play with a couple different strategies. We'll go back to the second dozen, second column. We can play two columns or 2 dozens and just stick with it. Maybe 2 up, 1 down. All right, that's 7. That's a win. And we're going to stick with this one. All right. Yeah, I'll speak to the other people in Discord and say, hey, I'm going to be doing these. Tell me which ones you want to see. And like I said, there's not that many variations of... When you see these different strategies that people say they come up with, they're just a rehash of what's already been known. Moving corners is a rehash of progressive double streets or even progressive splits. Okay, that's 8. We have 2 more spins. All right. Here we go. And at the end of the day, it's just whatever you have fun with playing and whatever you're successful with. But I, again, will contend it's more about the player than the strategy you're using. It's like going on Netflix, right? You get too many strategies and you spend all your time on Netflix just like, I'll spend an hour. Finally, we just say, oh, F it. Just pick something and start watching. Too many choices. That's 9. All right, we're $1.50 at 9. This would give us up to $1.80 on 10 spins. And the worst we went down was 60 cents. So it had the least dip, but it's definitely not the highest producer. either. And I would think that that would be pretty indicative of the others that we tried. They would probably have better profits potentially, but potentially some much deeper dives. Oh man, that's 10. So where does that leave us? But I never left anybody else in a lurch, so we're not going to leave ourselves in a lurch. And we got a new dealer. I'll put you on pause until this spins out. All right, here we go. 8, and that's a win. All right, and please, whatever you do, see these morons talking and saying, hey, baby, you think they like that? They don't. You think that's sexy to them? It's not. Because what they see there is some 52-year-old guy playing in his mom's basement, with pus bubbles on their face, the bag of Doritos, a Game Boy, and a whole bunch of packets of McDonald's wrappers all over the floor. All right. And that's where we will call it. And where does that bring us up to? That brings us to a whopping $180. We have $112. You know what we're going to do? We're going to close this out. See if we can't add 25 bucks to this thing. We're up $112. We had a $3,000 base stake. Let's see what we can get here. We'll either go out on our shield or be riding high on a $25 profit. Nice. There was that 34. Just skipped over. All right. That concludes today. I'm not even, what is our total win here? $137. So we'll add that to our sheet here, $137. That brings us to a $775 day. We've had some very, very good days. Go to our graph. Woo, doggy, look at that graph. We are just crushing it. All right, I hope you guys all have a great Wednesday. Hopefully you're going to be having some good weather like we are here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.